So how are you doing?
We're doing better.
Okay, good. Where are you?
Right now, right here.
Right here, okay. Where did you go?
Well,
I need it for this
I
microphone.
got that he and I had been, he was a priest, okay, and myself, I was a nun. And we were together in India, and she came as a little child,
Mm-hmm.
and her father had killed himself, and she blamed herself, and she's continued to be controlled by that.
And who
This
is her
life.
father in that life
Yeah,
today?
it was this, her father is her, yeah, her
Husband in this life.
Yeah.
Right, see? So
Yeah.
once in a while we get into a heavy,
Yeah.
but she needs that today.
That's right.
Okay. Now, this is why she has to today feel responsible for him
Okay.
to come into the light because of that life.
Yes.
So you've got the answer now, so it should be very easy for you to move up the ladders, see? You know,
And
just by releasing it and knowing that you were not guilty then and you're not guilty now.
And I felt with Chuck that his relationships with women has been the result of the oath of celibacy
Mm-hmm.
and trying to overplease and not understanding his own feelings, the pro and the con, the pull and the other way.
See, she's a psychologist back in India too. Okay, now put your hands back with your two fingers together because you finished the counseling, and let's take this life forward to where this little girl grows up and what happens to her when she marries the son of the Maharaja. Okay?
Okay.
And the two of you are at the wedding. Okay.
Could I ask you something?
Yes.
I keep getting the picture that I was not a female then.
No, in that life you were a little girl. You had lives in India as a male, but that one you were a little girl. So we want you just to move forward. See, sometimes if you've had other lives in that country, you get them mixed in until you learn to separate them. But these two were with you when you were the little girl, which is your therapy for today. But you move forward and marry the son of the Maharaja, one of his sons. Okay, and they're at your wedding because they knew you when you were a little girl and helped you to overcome the feeling of guilt about your father dying. See? And orphans don't usually get to marry royalty, remember that? Okay, have you got something to tell me that we can put on the printable? Yes.
Well,
That was wonderful.
we've all remembered.
We worked as healers
And
in
worked as
very
healers.
together, but we did complementary things.
Right.
Good.
She did the music therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I did the massage, and you did massage.
I did like the therapeutic touch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Okay.
And we
used
worked on the
colors.
foods, everything. We did everything in
Yeah,
a
and color therapy
Okay.
and sacred geometry in the building and energizing and
Okay, did you pick up any particular place in that country where your temple was? Did you look out the windows or out through the pillars and see where you were?
we were too fascinated with the inside.
well, when I first got there, it was the temple.
The one that's in Athens?
Yes.
The Parthenon?
Uh-huh.
Good. Good girl.
Okay.
Because that's where we were, and I
Okay.
was with you.
Okay.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
great.
stuck the three of you together so I could play too.
It was great fun because as we began sharing, more and more stuff kept
Yeah.
coming to us.
Mhm.
I wanted to see it.
That's great.
It was wonderful.
Now, any abilities you had in those lives, you can have again in this life.
We already found out we do.
Great. Okay, now give me just a quick rundown. What did you do in that lifetime, Patty?
I painted, I think.
All right.
I watched the clouds. It's like watching the thunderstorm last night as it moved through the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
I see white clouds with lightning coming through, but
Okay.
it's all purple. And I see a face. I thought it might be Michelle with long hair blowing on the mountain.
All right. Beautiful. Michelle, yeah, what did you do in that life?
think I worked with herbs and stones.
Okay, beautiful. Now, the stones had a special meaning by their color. Also, I'm getting on some of them you carved symbols that were symbols for healing, which you will rediscover again today. Okay? And you will know what the symbols mean as you draw them. Then you can put them on something, like a drawing, or you can put them back on stones again, or whatever. But you have in your superconscious the knowledge of the healing symbols that really work. Okay? Now what about Lloyd?
I get nothing.
Okay, what did you girls pick up for Lloyd? Because you've got to take care of him.
She picked up music
Okay,
and chemistry.
all right. Now chemistry as they knew it then is different than chemistry of today, because they did not understand subatomic particles and things like that. But they did understand elixirs and potions. And what his job was is to mix the right color potions together that when people drank them, they were healing the inside of the body, and you have to heal from the inside out. But you knew what the color therapy was, Lloyd, and that's the thing you would be good at in this lifetime, is working with color. Okay? Now, you can come back to present time.
What was it that I did? Did I paint?
You painted not only the clouds and the lightning, but other things that appealed to you, and your paintings were three-dimensional. You built your own paints, and you made them like sculptures in 3D. And they were then hung in temples and in palaces and all kinds of places. And you have that talent again today if you choose to unlock it. Okay, now what we would like you to do is that some of you have run through a little therapy session here. Some of you didn't see anything this first time, but that is not unusual. It's because you think you have to see it with your eyes, and when you hear something in your head and you could describe it, you don't. In other words, you hear, well, you know, so I can see the ocean out there or something, but you don't tell the other group because you think somebody's going to criticize you. We never do that. No matter what you say, it's not wrong, because anything you say I can make right. Now, if you want to look at it in this manner, you're all back in present time. You've had one adventure into a past life. Every time you do this, it gets easier and easier. You can take any two people you know with you into another time period if you just remember to go up into a higher level of your mind and go forward. People who've been regressed by therapists and so on have a hard time going forward, more so than other people. But if you just know you can go up in those higher levels of the mind because you create this other energy, then it's very simple. Now, we have people who are occluded and don't see pictures. We have a friend who now lives in Michigan, but was our partner in Honolulu in a metaphysical center. And he said he couldn't see anything in past lives. But he has taken our Trinity work and now has several hundred people that he has trained to do Trinity work in Michigan and Minnesota and even over to Rhode Island, and can talk to the people about where they are, but he says he can't see any pictures, but he paints the most beautiful paintings of mystical things I've ever seen. And he's got to have seen those in his head to be able to put it on canvas. But he still thinks he has to see it through the physical eyes when it's on the screen in your mind. And think about, there's a nice white screen in your mind where all of these pictures are. But if you keep seeing it on a screen, it could be imagination. But remember, anything you imagine has either happened in the past or is going to happen in the future anyway. But the minute you start seeing it in 3 dimensions, then you're really in that past life. And you can actually walk to a mirror or to a pool of water and see what you look like. Also, I only told one group to pick out their names. But remember, you also can pick up what your name was, and no matter how far out it sounds, it's right, or you wouldn't be getting it. We don't ask people to get last names because there were times, like in the temples in Greece, The women dropped any last names because they cut the karmic bonds to their family and to anybody else in their life, so they only had first names. You see? Same thing in the Temple of Isis. So looking at it from that standpoint, only ask for the first name because that was the personality you carried. Now, if it's in ancient Egyptian or Greece, you're not going to be able to write it in English except phonetically. And then it makes it okay too. Okay? Now, we're going to take another short break and be back here in 10 minutes, and we're going to have the chairs set up in 4s for you. Okay? Just to give you a demonstration of this. Then if any of you want to get together while you're still here this week or whatever, you can, or you can take it and then you just move chairs like you did in the other one, but everybody gets to move around and be in the hot seat. Okay. Now the person with their back to the screen up here is the person who's in the hot seat. Now, this means there's something in your physical body that needs to be rebalanced. The other 3 are going to help you rebalance it. Now our instructions go like this. You in the hot seat, just put your hands up, palms up, totally receptive. You don't move fingers or thumbs together. It's just total receptiveness. Now that's the hot seat. That's the person with their back to the screen. So you do that and don't pay attention to anything else I'm saying or my hand gestures. The person across from you is the balancer. We use that term instead of healer because the AMA doesn't bother us then. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is put both of your palms up towards that person across from you. Very good. Now, the 2 people sitting on either side are your catalysts. And what they're going to do is put their palms up, but you're going to face towards the balancer to give them extra energy. Your palms go towards the balancer. Okay, now hold your hands up. It's important you keep doing this. You don't touch, if you touch knees, it's okay, you don't have to. But you need to be close enough together and you need to be sitting straight in your chair if you can. Only your hands go side saddle. Okay, now, what, I'll tell you step by step. Okay, now once you have your hands up, the palms must be towards the balancer. All right, and the balancer's palms are towards the person who's in the hot seat or the person getting the balancing. Now, the balancer is going to think colors, and we do not tell you what colors to think or to project towards the other person. But think about the colors starting down through the top of their head and running totally through their body and out through their feet. And then just send color after color, whatever comes into your mind, because that's the color they need to rebalance the body. You do not have to know what their problem is. It could be that they pinched their little finger last night in a door. You don't know that. So you've got to heal the whole body, because if the whole body is rebalanced, it heals the finger. Does that make sense? Okay. So close your eyes now. Start to send the energy to the person across from you. Now we're doing this just with color. Just think color and keep sending until I tell you to stop. That's when I know the other person has, at each group, has achieved it. You don't move your hands. You don't have to rub them together for this process, because this is a different thing. You're actually sending the color mentally through your hands. The other 2 people are sending you energy to intensify the color. The person in the chair being balanced may feel little squigglies in their body in different places. They may feel energy passing through their body, or even through their hands and feet, that means it's really working. If you don't feel anything, that's okay too, because some people are not sensitized enough yet to feel the energy of the colors. You can actually project colors through a slide projector and get the same results, or you can do it this way through mental projection, and they both work. Okay. Now, what I would like the balancer to think at this moment in time is to think the color fire orange, which is the color of physical healing power. Think about it coming out of your hands, starting at the top of the person's head and totally washing through the body for the final clearance. Fire orange is the color you see in a fireplace or in a bonfire at a picnic. All right, it is done. Now put your hands down, and the person that got the balancing, thank the group. And from today on, any 4 people you can get together sitting in this etheric balancing diamond should be able to do that. And then you move from chair to chair so all 4 people get a balancing. Now, so that none of you feel left out, hold hands for a moment, left hand up and right hand down. And let's just send fire orange around the group. Starting with the balancer, squeeze the person's hand on your right, and then each person squeeze the hand of the person on their right and send it around the group 3 times just by squeezing hands. Okay, go. So everybody gets some fire orange. How many of you had anything to do with the peace group where they linked hands across the country or tried to? We had more people that did that got healings by just holding the hands and sending the energies through than any other thing that we've ever done in the history of this kind of movement. Is because everybody was getting energy building up from the people before them, and it just kept going. Now, there were certain places on the highway that they couldn't find people to fill in the gaps, so they mentally sent then the energy on to the next group. Like there was a gap in Arizona above Flagstaff before you got to Holbrook, and yet the people in Holbrook at a particular time began to feel charged with energy, and some of them came to our center and commented on it. So mentally they sent the color, fire orange, onto the next group, all the way across into New Mexico. And it was fantastic, and it worked. And people came out of that. You'd think they'd be tired standing there along the highway for hours, and they were all enervated. Okay, now release hands. And John, if you will place your people in the manifesting square. So 2 people have their back to that wall, and 2 people have their back to the screen. And if you people would just, the one on this side, just move next to the lady next to you, and you 2 come around this way and sit kneesies and kneesies across from each other. So you move in next to her, you 2 move across from me. So you're directly across. Okay, you, Todd, move in next to her, and then Helen, you move across from those 2. James, you just keep your chair where it is, but be across from.
You want me here?
Yeah, I was going to say you and James change places. Yeah, just change chairs. Good. All right. Now, yes. Yes.
I noticed that when I was sending energy, I was experiencing a lot of pain coming all down my right arm.
Okay.
And the squiggles that you were referring to, I was feeling. So, as a massage therapist, that was an indication that I was taking something on, and yet I wasn't able to stop that.
There are two rules here. Again, you put your hands palms up on your own lap because you have agreed to receive this, whatever it is. It must be small enough that you can pick it up in your two hands. Therefore, you're not manifesting Cadillacs and houses and big things. And it can be very tiny, or it can be a typewriter even, or a tape recorder. Ladies, don't try and get yourself a 40-inch television. You would never be able to lift it up in your two hands. So let's be very careful that you, this first time out, try and manifest something small. Now I want each of you to think about one thing, because you may have 20 you'd like to have, but think about one thing you really would like to have this group help you manifest. And the interesting thing about it is that you can, within a period of 30 days, receive whatever it is you're trying to manifest from an unusual source by accident, and that is if you believe and you don't tell anybody outside of this group that you're in what it is you're manifesting. We had this in Sedona just a little over 2 months ago, and one lady asked for a gold Star of David on an unusual chain, and that's all she asked for. Her cousin in North Carolina just sent her a gold Star of David on a very unusual, like 4 different types of colors of metals chain for her birthday, and didn't know that's what she'd asked for. Those are some of the things that happen. So think about something that you really would like to have. This is the practice run. Now, because each of you is going to request something, we're going to start with a chair that is near the television camera, the video camera. Okay? So whoever is that with their back to the door is going to tell first the group what they want. It will move to the person next to you, across from them, and then to the final person. So that we start from this center area, go across and back. These people are on that side of the room, you people are on this side of the room, so you start next to the video camera. Now, close your eyes and tell the group what you want. You all visualize that person with it, and then move right on to the next one. So this is going to have to go pretty fast so that we can finish this process and then do our closing. Okay? Begin. Close your eyes and see it. And then tell the group what it is so they can visualize it too. Okay? I want you to say it loud enough so we can hear it, okay?
Ask for the universe to manifest a stone that is known as Aloha-ite.
All right. He is asking the universe to manifest a stone that is known as Aloha-ite. They don't know what it looks like. Can you describe it to them?
Well, there's at least 3 colors. Purple, green, blue. It may come in many colors. It's
okay. Sometimes...
faceted.
Is it
Well,
iridescent?
Smooth.
It's smooth?
Iridescent is what?
Is iridescent means is it sort of have lights in it? Or is it solid, opaque?
Iridescent.
Okay, it's iridescent. Sometimes it has different colors in it. What size do you want this stone to be?
It comes in like a ring size.
Okay, now are you talking about 1
carats,
inch long?
whatever that is.
Or are you talking about a ½ an inch
It's
long?
an inch long.
About like that? Or about like that?
The width of this.
Okay, the width of this Putaparaja, which is about a ½ an inch across and about 3/4 of an inch long. Okay, now everybody close their eyes and just picture this stone that he has asked for and see him with it, and then say thank you, God, for delivering it to him at the right time.
May my power
stone?
I can't hear you.
Oh, like a green emerald set in a beautiful gold setting to be my stone for self-empowerment. Or my symbol for self-empowerment.
Everybody picture it and then say it is so, and then move on to the next one.
Yes, let's concentrate on it so you really do.
Okay, again, I'm asking for an extra $500 within the next month.
All right, ask for a thing, not money. I'm sorry.
Oh, good, I'm
Ask
glad
for
you
what
said
you
that.
need the $500 for. If it's paid bills,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes,
You can
it's-
say to see all your bills marked paid.
It's
And
to-
don't limit yourself to 500.
I thought about that too, but it's especially for my mother.
Okay?
Did you say that I want unlimited funds?
No, you don't ask for unlimited funds. We're never asking for money or funds. It's what you want it for. If it's not for your mother, it's got to be a thing. See, this is for you. It really isn't for your mother. You have to ask, first of all, for something for yourself.
Well, it will ultimately help me because it's a bill I owe her.
Okay, now, what you then see is the bill to her marked paid.
Okay.
See?
I'd like to see that bill paid and done away
Yeah,
with.
and then you see the bill marked paid, and you don't limit it, because if it's just $500, that bill is going to say 500 on it. If you want to give her a little interest, make it 555. See what I'm saying? But see it marked paid.
Could you say all your bills
No,
that you have
no.
marked paid?
No, it's whatever, what
Yeah.
we're getting this as a definition. We start with one item to start with. Okay. And we don't want you really to do that type of thing. We want you to manifest something for yourself in this process. But that's how you see it. See, you're doing something that is not what we instructed. You're supposed to see yourself with an object you can hold in your hands that's for you. Not something that you owe your mother, because that's then for her. That will be taken care of too, because you've already discussed it in the group. But think about something you would like, and we'll see that the others pay too.
Okay. So I'm just see this in my hand.
Something you can hold in your hands. Something you've always wanted.
But if it was a debt, you could get the piece of paper saying it's paid.
Yeah,
and that-
yeah, but see, the thing is, that's not what this is about. This is something for her. See, that thing is going to go to pay her mother, and that's a different thing than what we instructed. Okay? Okay. Arlene, if you can't think of something, let's move then on to Dickie and then come back to you. So be thinking about it. So you go ahead.
Okay, for a small object, I'm thinking that I would want a pinky ring
Okay.
made out of, what's this stuff called? Malachite or, it's this stone right here.
Looks like in the center there.
Yeah.
That looks like a.
Malachite or something. It's like
no,
a mirror
no,
that
that's a
came-
green. That's a clear green stone. So that is.
I just bought this though. She just sold it.
No, it's on a lapis, but it's the green stone in the center.
It's a mold of, is that how you say it? Okay. I want, as for manifestation of a pinky ring with the moldavite stone.
Okay. You want it gold or silver?
In gold.
All right. What amount of carats do you want it to be?
Oh my. Okay, let's say 1 carat in the oblong cut.
Emerald cut, they call it.
Yeah. Marquee cut
Oh,
is
the
how it
marquee
is.
is
Yes,
different.
the marquee.
The marquee now is the one that's pointed at
That's
both ends.
yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
oblong.
Okay, now let's make sure we got a marquee.
Okay.
We'll picture it and say it is so. And then we move on to Alice, and then we'll go back to Arlene, okay? Okay, now we're going to move over here. Who are we on?
We're all
What
done. We did ours.
We're
What
done.
did you manifest, George?
I wanted a ring similar to the one that Connie Shaw got.
All
If
right.
Sai Baba is real, then I expect it too.
manifest into your universe, okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, have the people here seen that ring or not?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so have I.
Okay.
So,
So mote it be.
now, it's very good that you asked for something similar, because if you asked for one like hers, it would apport out of her house and onto his finger.
Oh, no, we don't
So you
want
never
that.
ask
So-
for anything like something, because there's only one like it in the universe. So it's always similar. So you did it right.
We knew that.
Yes.
Because in the back of my mind, and I didn't want to say it out loud, was I was also thinking of that 10-carat diamond that poor guy felt so self-conscious about.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's a man's version of what.
Yes.
Okay.
Janet, what did you ask for?
Multicolored patchwork leather shoulder bag, and it's on my arm right now. I'm walking down the street. It's on my arm.
Wonderful. Okay, Joanne.
I saw myself manifesting a $100 bill.
Okay, now that's money. It's not a thing.
Well, that's not a thing.
So what do you want the
Because that's the
$100
first thing
bill
that
for?
came.
Okay, that's fine, but we went through this with someone else, and I didn't tell people not to manifest money, but this is part of the training. When we say a thing, we mean a thing. Money is money, and think of money as green energy. So what would you buy with that $100?
Mm-hmm.
And why limit yourself to 100?
Right. Okay. So, because I've been learning, the first thing that comes to my mind I work with, so then I need to expand on that.
That's right.
All right. Since I really related to Sai Baba, also,
Mm-hmm.
I am manifesting right now a necklace. I do massage work too, and I just cannot wear rings anymore. So I'm manifesting a necklace, and I'm seeing kind of like a Star of David. It's going to be to enhance my healing abilities.
Okay.
So I need to be specific. I see it has some kind of a gemstone. So I need to, in other words, I need to be, say color, I need to be really specific when we do this, right?
If it's gold, silver, or whatever, and what the chain looks like, and what the gemstone is. Okay? Now I'm going to leave you at this
Okay.
and keep working on
So
that, and I will be back. Okay? Okay, now, because of the nature of this, a couple of groups are finishing up because I told them you don't manifest money. This is a thing. So if you want a thing, the money for it is always there because money is green energy. So if any of you manifested a check with $1 million on it, or winning the lottery, or money, go back and manifest a thing, and the money will always come when you have earned the right to have it. Now, we did have a young man asked to manifest a gold doubloon. That money doesn't exist in our monetary system, and an uncle left him his coin collection in which there was a gold doubloon, along with a whole bunch of other coins from all over the world. It took him 2 months to get the gold doubloon, because the uncle had to die first. But he did not remember having seen that in his uncle's collection. But later he said, I think I may have already seen it, and it's always been at the back of my mind. So you have to be careful how you manifest. So if anybody manifested money, redo that. Huh? A chunk of gold? Just gold ore, or? Okay, if it's just like manifesting a piece of gemstone or something, you know, if you want a hunk, that's fine. You may just trip over it if you go for a hike. Okay, now, what we want to do is just finish up what you have here, and I'm going to start over in the far side of the room, and I want you 4 over there. As soon as you get ready, I want you to come up here, all 4 of you, quick. Yes. Now, what we're going to do is the next step in this. When you have a group like we do here of 28 people, that's 7 squares that we have here. When they tell you what they want to manifest, then I want you all to picture that person holding it. And hold your hands out like this, which means you're ready to receive it. You now have 27 other people, plus John and I, which means 29, that will help you do it. So I want you to tell us what it is you want.
I want 2 looms. Looms.
What size are they?
Spinning wheels.
What size are they?
Did I say looms? I want 2 spinning wheels.
Can you hold it in your hand?
Yeah, they're very portable.
Okay. 2 at the same time?
2 different types. One would be for the.
But can you hold both of them in your hand at the same time? One in one hand and one in the other?
Yeah.
Okay, then fine.
I can.
All right. Picture it, and this is what we say. It is so.
It is so.
All right. Julie?
Okay. Okay, I want to find treasure off of Florida, a bag of doubloons. Okay, I want to find a bag of doubloons off the coast of Florida.
All right. What size bag?
Big enough to hold in my hands.
All right. Now, is it going to come out of the water, or has it already been found and is coming to you from some other source? Just whatever pops in your mind.
I heard from another source.
Okay, then you don't have to dive for it. That's
Okay.
nice. All right.
I want 2 gold ingots, the size that I can handle in each hand.
All right. It is so.
A Spanish gold doubloon on a chain with 6 interlinking chain necklace for it to hang on.
Okay, see her wearing it. See her wearing it. It is so. Thank you. The next group.
I would like to have receipts paid for tuition and other bills for the people in my life.
All right. Now, this is one of those little sticky things, is that, yes, she can hold all those bills in her hand, but we had said not to ask for money and to ask for one thing. So one receipt paid now, and then get some other people to help you manifest each of the others, okay? Unless those bills are owed to the same source. You can put them all on the same bill, okay?
Okay.
All right. But yes.
For my daughter's tuition.
Okay. Now, the thing is, don't worry about where the money comes from. Just know that you're asking for something. However, what I told the group over here, you're not supposed to ask for something for somebody else. It's supposed to be for yourself.
For my car to be paid.
No, you already said the other, and I'm trying to tell you. You got to go back with your group and remanifest something for you, and it's an object, not a paid bill or money. So those come later. You got to practice to get to that. This is why we're doing this, so you all know where you have to start from. So think of an object first, and when you get back with your group, come up with an object. These other things then will be taken care of as you evolve, all of them. Okay.
Okay, I was asking for something simple, a hair dryer, and
all right.
So that's it.
Now, would you like a General Electric or a Toastmaster? Is there any particular brand?
No.
It's just
Have to be
whatever
more
kind of, yeah, and it's got to be brand new. Don't forget that.
Sure.
Doubloons are old. Hair dryers have to be brand new.
Yes.
Okay? So you ask for a brand new one that's going to last you a long time. It is so. Okay. Violet?
I want a portable massage table that I can carry and it's just the right height so that I can do healing at the spiritual awareness in October.
Very good. It is so. Yeah. Okay.
I want a new typewriter.
Okay. What brand?
IBM.
IBM. Electric?
Electric.
All right. With all of the things on it, like an executive?
Yes.
IBM. All right. Now, it's got to be new.
New.
It's new. It is. Yeah, with the kind of the fonts that they have in the little balls, you want a whole set of those too.
Yes. Whatever they
Okay.
are.
That's the little thing that hits the typewriter, and you have different what they call types.
Oh, okay, great.
So you've got to have that. and a year's supply of ribbons. We might as well throw those in.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have
it
to go
is
to the
so.
store.
It is so. Okay, come on to the next group. Help her get her object. Get over here.
I want a stone known as,
Loud enough.
I want a stone known as alohaite, about the size of, for a ring, 1/2 inch.
This won't broadcast. He has to. Yeah.
I want a stone known as alohaite, the size for a ring, about a 1/2 inch long.
Okay. And he described it, and we already said he was going to get it, and you will. Okay. Thank you, Chuck. Alice?
I want an engagement ring, white gold band, pear-shaped diamond, 3 carats.
Beautiful. He's got to be rich, huh? It is so. You got it.
I'd like a wedding band, and I want it in gold, in a free design, with that's a little bit larger, and I'd like ruby and diamonds in them. Thank you.
I'm going to receive a pinky ring. It's a gold moldavite stone, about 1 carat polished. It's green.
And it's a marquise.
And it's a marquee shape.
Okay. So, okay, you kids.
I want a ring similar to Connie Shaw's or bigger. It's from Sai Baba. I really related to that, and if it worked for all of those other people, it can work for me.
It is so. Now, there was a very interesting thing. He asked for it in the right way. Never ask for something like somebody else's, because there's only one in the world like that. So you always ask for one that's similar.
Thank you.
Good. Joanne?
I want a Star of David pendant that I can wear over my heart chakra to enhance my healing abilities. I'm a massage therapist. And within the middle of that is an emerald. And it is on a gold chain, a very unusual gold chain. And the purpose is to enhance my healing abilities and my intuition. It is so. Thank you.
Good. It is so. Janet?
I have a multicolored patchwork leather shoulder bag, and it's on my shoulder now.
Okay. It is so. Shelley?
I would like to manifest a Herkimer diamond that's large enough to fit into the palm of my hand, that is used specifically for healing in a crystal layout. It is so.
It is so. Good. Okay, you kids. This side. Got to keep you on the right side of the room.
I would like a round green emerald in a round green emerald ring in a beautiful gold setting to symbolize self-empowerment.
What number of carats?
Just a minute. You said you wanted a round, green, emerald type thing. You want an emerald?
Yes.
Okay. You have to bring, you want a round emerald.
Well, there are red emeralds too. I want a green one.
Yeah. there are different
Mhm.
Okay, how many carats?
3.
3 carats. Okay, thank you. It is so. James?
I want a device that will protect my aura from the entities and maybe turn them away.
Okay.
Protect his what?
His aura. Now, okay, now I'm going to give him an invisible device because I promised all of you this. And you don't have to have something that you wave around in the air to do this. I want you all to stand up right where you are, move a little bit away from everybody, and James, you do this. Put your hands out with your palms up. Okay? Now, once you have your palms up like that, think about living light coming out of the ends of your fingers about 6 inches. And that living light is all colors. Then see it going from one end of that living light up above your head and touching in on the other side, and then going all the way down underneath your feet and all the way back over to your other hand. And the reason I just say hands, I'm not telling you right hand or left hand, because if you're right-handed, you're going to do it from the right hand. If you're left-handed, you'll probably do it from the left hand. Now you have a hula hoop of living light around you. Think about the top of it coming down in front of you and the bottom going up behind you, and take your hands now and put it like you had a jump rope there. You've got that little 6 inches of handle of a jump rope, and start moving both of your hands faster and faster and faster, and see that living light moving so fast now that it's going the speed of light, and the minute it's going that fast, you snap your fingers and let it loose, and it's around you for the rest of this lifetime, and you never have to do it again. Now, it is yours to use as you see fit. You can move it out around the building you're in, the house you live in, the apartment you live in. You cannot leave it home. You take it with you, and if you go and get in your car or somebody else's, you spread it out so it's around the car and it's totally protected. If you are in a place and you feel negativity, then just sort of pull it in so it's around you, and you go down the aisles in the grocery store invisible, and even your best friend won't see you as you walk past. Now, unless they're very psychic. It is there for you to use. And as I mentioned earlier, if somebody comes up to hug you that you don't feel good about, put one hand across your chest, across to the shoulder, and let them go ahead and hug you, and you can even put your arm around them. You're still protected. Or pick up an object and hold it in front of you and let them hug you. They will feel good, but they cannot steal your energy. Now, entities and things like that that exist in the world are creation of man's mind. And if you watch too many spook story shows on television late night and you believe those exist, they'll show up in your universe. If you believe that they are creations that are temporary on the screen, they're not going to be in your universe. I personally do not believe in demons or negative entities in my universe. They do not exist for me. Therefore, I've never met one. You understand? If you believe in them, you will attract them to you, and then you're really going to have to work your ring past knot. So as of today, James, let's let loose of all of that negativity and know it doesn't exist in your universe anymore. The energy of these positive people in this room has dissipated anything of a negative nature for all of us. And it is so. Thank you. Okay.
I have a crystal that will raise my energy field so that I can go out of body.
Okay. All right. Now, a crystal to raise his energy field so he can go out of the body means astral projection. And ask that you only go to positive places where you can learn and have fun.
Okay.
Okay? It is so. Okay. Helen?
I'd like to have an energy stone that would suit my energy needs and raise the level of vitality.
Okay. Now, you have to describe what kind of an energy stone you want. There are several kinds. What have you seen that you feel you'd like? Is it a crystal? Is it a colored stone?
It's a colored stone,
Okay.
almost the color of an emerald on the necklace.
Okay.
An emerald on a necklace.
Okay. Now you have to be specific. Do you want an emerald, or do you want a moldavite, or do you want
Well,
a malachite?
well, I don't know the difference in the energy levels of the stones. That's why
Okay.
I thought I
Who's
asked
into
for one.
energy work, and what does she need? Moldavite? Okay, let's do moldavite, and then later if you want to trade it in on an emerald, that's okay. Okay, it is so. Okay, you kids, run up here.
I am manifesting an all-expense-paid trip to Mexico for my husband and I this winter, so we can visit the ancient temples and pyramids there and the ocean.
Okay. I will pass on that because what I see in her hands are 2 tickets, paid round trip with all expenses, including her food and her housing, and a little extra that she can use for barter. That's called tickets, tariffs, that she can use for barter to pick up a few objects she wants.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I am receiving an IBM letter quality printer or better, so I
Okay.
can publish my books.
All right. Now, do you want to have the printer to go with a piece of equipment you already have?
That's why it's an IBM or better.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, don't say an IBM or better. You want to have the best piece of the best kind of printer to go with your IBM. It's got to be compatible.
It is.
See, because when you say either or, then you have negated it. So you.
Well, I started out with an IBM printer quality, a letter quality printer.
Let's go with that. You can always upgrade later if you want. Okay?
I was told I'd only need it once, so that's good.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Michelle?
Okay. I would like to manifest a bracelet in the setting that they've already seen that I put out for my silver moonstone.
Okay. It has a moonstone that you already have.
They've already seen the drawing of it. They
All
know.
right. All right. She has a drawing already of the bracelet with a moonstone in it or more
Silver
than one?
moonstone.
Oh, a silver moonstone. Okay, beautiful. Now, everybody close their eyes. Just picture it. You can see her picture, and it is so.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm visualizing a triangular shaped pendant that's about 1 inch on the side, made of gold, and it has a brownish fire agate in the center.
Okay, it is so. Now, I am going to just mention this to you. The reason he doesn't want to be filmed is because when he walks past a mirror, there is no person in the mirror. So he wouldn't show up on your film anyway. Come on, kids. I have to tease with him. He's so much fun. I didn't call him a vampire either, did I? Come on, Dad.
I manifest a beautiful engagement ring. It is yellow gold to match my Tesla watch. It has diamonds that are 3 carats and some motivite in it.
All right.
Thank you. No.
Thank you.
I manifest a laptop computer I can carry with me.
Okay. Any particular brand?
No, not particular.
Okay.
The one that will best do the best job.
Does anybody know what is the best kind of laptop computer that she could get? Epson. Yeah, well, I'm asking the people who know which is the best. Epson. Let's go for it. Let's go with an Epson.
All right.
Okay. You
Epson
picture it now, so she can. Okay, it is
Thank you.
yours.
I want the energy and direction to find some misplaced bank statements.
All right, I want you to manifest a thing, and those others are going to show up within 10 days. They're not misplaced. They were temporarily apported to make you get more organized in certain facets of your life. Okay. Now, we want you to have a thing, something new that you would like to have. How about taking a trip with your wife somewhere with the tickets all paid for? I think that was a great idea.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Where would you like to go?
South America.
Okay, what part of South America?
Chile.
All right, Chile, and where do you want to go, Nancy? Okay. If you don't go with them, hey, what's your sign?
My sign?
Yeah.
Virgo.
He's a Virgo. You've got to go with him to protect him from those Chiquitas. And then Now, after you go to Chile, where would you like to go? This is a round trip. Okay, well, we can arrange that. Okay? You want to go when it's summer there? Okay. So see the 2 tickets into Chile to do what he wants to do, and then you can go up in the cold country. He gets the hot chilies, you get the cold country. And you will both have fun both places. Okay, it is so. Okay.
I manifest a round-trip ticket, first class, to India to see Sai Baba by December 1st, 1990.
Wonderful. Now, let's add a few little perks there.
When I open it up, I will find all the money plus more that I need to...
We can't manifest
Oh,
money.
that's right.
You manifest the chits that are already paid for.
Okay.
For the hotels and the food and all of that.
So be it.
Now, as long as you're going to Sai Baba, what would you like him to manifest for you?
Love from my heart to just intensify.
Okay, we'll buy that. We know he does that too. Okay, thank you. All right. Now, I would like the young man who's behind the video camera to tell us what you would like us to manifest for you.
A small camcorder that I can take traveling with me when I leave at the end of this coming week to go to India.
All right.
And it's a high 8mm. I could give you all the details.
Yeah, that's close enough.
High 8mm Sony camcorder.
All right. Now, what I am seeing is you make an application to somebody in the Sony Corporation that you will do something for them in exchange for this camera. It will not be a loan, it will be a gift. There's somebody that you know that knows somebody in Sony that will see that you have this camera as long as you bring them back a kind of film they want to have. That's all you have to do. Okay. Now, I know that we have run over time. I know that some of you may be a little hungry, but I would like to just close this by taking you on a quick trip into the future. Think about it, when you do it as a group and you want to go into the future, you sit in 6s. So, 2 of you move over there, you 2 move over here, 2 of you move over here. No, you stay there, Chuck, and these 2 are going to move there. You 2 move there, and John and Nick, will you come over here? Just sit in our circle. Make it a circle. Make it a circle. Well, you've done this before, and we need you. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, and this is what is the most fun of all, I'm going to take you forward into my future life where all of you are going to be with me in 3300 AD. You are all going to be in that future life students in the School for Adepts. It's up in the hills of Wolf Creek Pass in Colorado. And in that future life, I'm born in 2932 AD, and I'm still in my body in 3300 AD and beyond. And we have found the secrets of longevity, perfect health, teleportation by thinking ourselves somewhere else, not astrally, but totally. We don't need Star Trek and their, funny machines. And Wolf Creek Pass in 3300 AD has snow on the mountains around it, and the temperature is always a beautiful 75 degrees all day long and drops down to 68 at night. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, because we mentally have created a perfect climate. We grow food all year round. Now close your eyes. You may hold hands if you want to, or just put your hands up on your lap, whatever feels comfortable to your group. In this school for adepts, each group of people has their own center or building where they study the things they want to. You have what we call a pass so that you can go and visit the other buildings to see if you would like to do what they do. Some of the buildings look like ancient Egyptian temples. Some look like the Parthenon in Greece. Some of them look like a Hawaiian hut, only very large. And besides the administration buildings, which are marble palaces, there is a huge amphitheater that is open-aired, and it has pillars all around it and a gold-domed ceiling. And it holds approximately 10,000 people. And yet when you lecture in that hall, from any place in it, it's like the Mormon tabernacle. You can hear the voice from every single area without microphones. Isn't that nice? Now, in this amphitheater are large cushions, sort of on steps that you can sit on and lounge, or down in the center of this amphitheater is a space for those who are a little bit older and want the comfort of an armchair. Again, it's stepped down. We also bring people from all over the world there to entertain us, and the stage is in the center. And it is also set up with three-dimensional television when we want to go in there and watch the current shows that have been produced. And the actors appear to be solid and real. Now, we want you to walk out of the amphitheater and look across, and you will see going down the hill orchards and terraced gardens, and then look across the valley, and on the opposite hill is a gorgeous crystal cathedral that has been built there. Now, because of the nature of being able to teleport, you do not have to get into a little tram or a cart. All you do is think yourself across the valley, and you are inside of this crystal cathedral. And it is huge, it is beautiful, and it has works of art from all over the world. And some of the works of art that are in there, both the paintings and the statuary and the urns, are from all time periods, from ancient Lemuria and Atlantis, Greece and Egypt, and some of them are works of art that some of you created in one of your past lives. And it has been apported there across time, and those that were destroyed in wars or earthquakes or tidal waves have been rematerialized and brought home. And it was the mind groups of all of you people and the others who have been through this school for adepts. And it was starting with the original teachings of people like Sai Baba that we were able to learn to merge and be able to also be able to manifest things from out of time, past, present, and future. And because you've taken this little trip with me today, I will meet you there each Saturday night after midnight to start your training in this body in this lifetime if you so desire. And we go there from midnight till 6 in the morning, and you get to start now going to the schoolrooms of the future to get ready for your future incarnation when we are together as we are now in 3300 AD, and so it is. And now I will give you my favorite word, which is like aloha, only in the future it's called shadusa, which means we are one. Thank you. Shadusa? It's a school for adepts.